And here is our larger Roselle patch. May have to do a voiceover. Welcome to supersfarm. So in the last video, I began harvesting our larger patch of Roselle. And here you can see I finished doing that. So when I bring the Roselle in the house, I like to soak it in just some cold water for about 5 to 10 minutes. I do this so that any dirt or any bugs that may have crawled into the calyxes can come out. And then I'll transfer them over to a colander in which I'll give another rinse of cold water just to make sure everything is nice and clean. So I'm going to show you here how I cut the calyxes. I cut them right off center, so not directly down the middle, but sort of off center so that the stem is on one side and then the other side doesn't have any stem. I found that it's much easier to keep the calyx intact when I cut it that way. And of course you can peel these by hand. You don't have to cut them at all. But I do such a large quantity when I process the calyxes. The little fibers, if you're not familiar with Roselle, it has little fibers very similar to okra, and that tends to hurt your hands over time. So I cut it off center to the bottom stem, and it's really easy to just take out the seed pod and put those to the side and continue working. So here you can see I have a bowl of the seed pods. I'm going to give these to my chickens, and then we have a bowl of the calyxes, which I'm going to load on the dehydrator tray. So I'm going to let these dehydrate for 10 hours at 150 degrees. It's the next day, and you can see that the calyxes are all dry. It crumbles nicely whenever I break them. I'll get them poured into one of my large mason jars and repeat the process. So that is how I process our Roselle here to sell our tea blends, and some people just like to buy the Roselle by itself. So make sure you stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Peace.